Clare knows how to read. Clare knows how to read.
Full disclosure, I have an undiagnosed book addiction. Now, they don't do telethons or GoFundMe efforts to fight it, and truth is, if they did, I'd just spend the money on more books. If you watch Transqat on our YouTube channel, you know that I record in front of my queer bookshelves. You might also know that I have a part-time job at the Book Barn in Niantic, where I give back far too much of my paycheck to buy used books. Clare Knows How to Read is an attempt to justify buying all these books by sharing them with you. You're welcome. Today, we're looking at Marsha, The Joy and Defiance of Marsha P. Johnson by Tourmaline. It's a 2025 book from Penguin Random House. If you know the name Marsha P. Johnson, then you know that the P stands for Pay It No Mind, and you know that she was in the thick of it in June of 1969 at the Stonewall Inn. What you don't know about St. Marsha could fill a book. And fortunately, Tourmaline has given us that definitive biography. For example, I did not know that Marsha is on the cover of an Earth, Wind & Fire album. And did you know that Anoni's band, the Johnsons, is named for her? Telling Marsha's story requires holding contradictory thoughts simultaneously. She was vibrant and generous, a born performer who stole the stage every time she stepped onto it. The cover of this book, with Marsha resplendent in her flower corona, complete with baby's breath, and that matchless smile, captures this side of her life. But history has a tendency to polish its icons, and queer icons are no exception. Marsha's is also a story of homelessness and undiagnosed mental illness. Marsha, referring to her breaks from reality, would say,
I don't never know what to do, Andy. You know, I'm always getting confused. My computer gets all tangled up.
But you always seem to have it together.
I try.
Tourmaline's portrait of the internal structure and protocols of the Stonewall Inn is the best I've ever read. Even within this grimy haven for gay men, folks like Marsha were lesser. The front room was for the wealthy white gays. The back room was for the blacks, the queens, the butch dykes. Tourmaline's description of the back room, a.k.a. the Black Room, has the same gravitas that Leslie Feinberg achieved in Stone Butch Blues. This was a time when gay bars had signs that said, "No dogs, no drags," and police violently enforced the so-called three-item laws. So what happened that night? Well, we have stories and we have legends. Marsha throwing a shot glass, Marsha recalling Marvin Gaye on the jukebox, Marsha leading a kick line of other queens. After Stonewall, Marsha and her protege Sylvia Rivera founded STAR, the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries, and they worked for housing and bail money for the girlies in the Brooklyn House of Detention. She was involved in the occupation of Weinstein Hall at NYU after the university canceled some dances for Christopher Street Liberation Day. She found common cause with the Black Panthers and the GLF. And during the AIDS crisis, Marsha was a caregiver as well as an activist. Miss Major, another black trans woman who was present at Stonewall, recounts Marsha's care work in her own book. Tourmaline includes quotes from disability justice writer Leah Lakshmi Piepzna Samarasinha, including this one. What would it mean to examine neurodiversity, suicidality, sadness, and complex post-traumatic stress disorder in Johnson and other Stonewall warriors' lives as not just tragic disability and struggle, but also as the source of some of their gifts? On July 6, 1992, 1 week after she served as marshal at New York Pride, Marsha's body was pulled from the Hudson River. Was it suicide? Was it murder? Was it misadventure? Odds are we'll never know. But we do have this book as a testament to Marsha's life. As to the author, Tourmaline has a distinguished career as a filmmaker, an artist, an activist, most notably in prison abolition. Her short film, Happy Birthday, Marsha, tells the story of Marsha and Sylvia in the hours before the Stonewall riots. It bridges documentary and scripted narrative by juxtaposing footage of Marsha herself with the actors. You can find it to rent or to buy on Amazon Prime. Thanks for listening. If you know how to read, please consider adopting some books and giving them a good home. Till next time, this is Clare Knows How to Read.
Clare knows how to read.